students and anyone that's watching this video right now, I wanted to take and do 3 short videos on how to study the Bible. There are really 3 parts to Bible study. There is reading, there is understanding, and then there is doing. Other ways we could say that is observation, interpretation, application. But I think the ideas of reading, understanding, and doing are very accessible to us. Whenever we sit down to do some real good Bible study, there's a few things that I recommend we have. The first thing, of course, would be a Bible. That makes sense, right? We need the Bible. That's what we're studying. We need to look at it so that we can actually read it. Another really good thing is to have a printed copy on regular printer paper of whatever text you're going to be studying. I like to just take it from BibleHub.com or something like that, copy, paste it into Word or Pages, double space it, and then give myself a little bit of margin on the right-hand side so that I can make notes right there on the text. The actual Bible is usually not big enough to really take good notes in. So we print out a whole separate text of whatever we're reading to make for better note-taking on the text. You'll also want a black pen, a blue pen, and a red pen. You have those things, you are ready to sit down and begin really reading and studying the Bible. Now, so when we say reading, we get the ideas of I'm just going to read, but it's more than that. It's deeper than that. We are really looking into what the passage says. And to look into what the passage says, we need to notice certain things and we need to question certain things. So I've sort of taken this method, and it's a grouping of other people's methods. So what does it look like then to read the Bible really well? Well, I think to read the Bible really well, we need to annotate the text. Now, annotate's a big word, but really it just, to annotate something means that we are going to take notes and mark and bring ourselves to notice certain things about the text. And I want to give you, in this little video, the things that you're going to notice. Remember the pens that I told you to get, the black, the blue, and the red. With each one of those, on a printed sheet of paper with whatever Bible text we're reading, we're going to do certain things. With your black pen, as you read, you're going to underline any patterns you see. So if there's a word that is repeated over and over and over again, you need to underline that. You need to notice that. You need to draw your attention to that word. Also in the black pen, you need to circle statements about God. Now, this doesn't mean that every time the word God, the name God is put in there that we circle it. But if it's telling us something about Him, we need to circle that and bring our attention to it. Additionally, in black, we need to draw a box around any transition words. These are things like therefore, and, but, because, if-then statements, both and statements. What we'll find is that really ties together the whole text that we're reading. With your blue pen, you're going to do very much the same thing, but to different parts of our text that we're reading. In blue, you're going to underline words that you don't really know maybe the meaning to. What does that mean? Or who is that person? Or where is this place that's mentioned in the Bible? You're going to underline those type of words so that you can come back later and look them up. You're also going to number any points or statements made in a row. You'll find a lot of times that there is lists that are given in the Bible, and it's helpful to break those lists down, and we do so by numbering those lists. You're going to also in blue box any confusing ideas. This is more than just a word. This is like maybe a longer statement where you're like, what does this mean? If you are reading the text and you're like, I don't know what this statement means, this phrase, maybe it's very Christianese language. Draw a box around there so that we can come back and we can look at that later. Then, in red, you're going to write all of this out on the sides. You're going to make notes. You're going to write out the patterns you see. I like to call it focus words. So if in that text there's a lot of repeated words, You want to write those down. Those are your focus words for that text. You're also going to write out the statements made about God as part of that writing out in red. And you're going to then, in red, write out the list that you've done. You're going to write out questions, mainly from the boxes of blue that you've made over the things that you're confused about in the text. So we've noticed and we've questioned. We've noticed and we've questioned. All right. Our next video is going to be about coming to understanding and interpreting all that we've done. So stay tuned for our next video. Thanks for watching.